Hey, this is Andrew with Co-Optimus, and I am here with Matt for Dead Space 3. We're at the EA booth right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the co-op. We just saw the demo. It was very good, and we're going to ask you a little bit about what went into that.
Sure, fire away. Well, basically, Dead Space 3 is the biggest Dead Space game we've ever made. It's really ambitious in many ways. One of the new really big features that everybody's really excited about here is co-op, the integrated drop-in, drop-out campaign co-op. What makes it unique is you can experience the Dead Space the way you've always wanted to in the past, with single player and the way you're accustomed to this really immersive, intense experience. And with the addition of co-op, we're bringing you that same level of intensity that you can share with a friend. And you'll see that the story of the game kind of dynamically evolves whether you're playing in co-op or single player. It's really a way you can experience the full campaign in two different ways. So, we hope people will play single player and then hop on with a friend and see the experience and see how it changes as they play co-op.
Now, you're not playing as two Isaacs in this game. You actually have a second co-op character. Can you give us any backstory about him or anything like that?
No, absolutely. So John Carver's our new character that we're introducing into Dead Space 3, and as you know, the Dead Space universe is really about, there's a huge canon of lore there. Every character, we really want to think them through and make sure that they've got a dynamic backstory. So while Isaac is kind of this reluctant hero engineer who's been thrown into, a mess the last previous two games, his counterpart in Dead Space 3 is John Carver. He's kind of a merciless soldier. He's had a lot of traumatic things happen to him in the past as well, but he's reacted to it in a different way. He's kind of like, I don't give a shit, So that dynamic is what you'll see in the story for Dead Space 3, how these two characters interact. And I think you saw a little bit in the demo. There was one scene where they had a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, we did see that, and Carver definitely comes off as more of a hardcore character, more of a jaded character. Yeah. And we did get to see two cutscenes, basically, one with the co-op, one without the co-op, and Carver was integrated into the cutscene differently both times. Very impressive. Now, you say drop in, drop out.
Yeah.
When you're a second player going in and out of the game, what comes back with you to your game? Like, how does the story progress integrate to a second player's game?
It depends on if you're playing as Isaac or Carver, obviously, and we'll have a lot more detail to share in the future about exactly how that works, but it is meant to be a fully integrated experience whether you're playing in co-op or single player, so you should be able to continue with your story.
Okay, is it possible to start off a brand new game just as Carver and run through as Carver solo?
No, Isaac is the main character in Dead Space, and the Carver story, he is a part of the story whether you're playing in single player or co-op. If you're playing in co-op, you're actually playing as him, and he's, as you saw, there with Isaac the whole time. So that's the way it's going to work in Dead Space 3.
Cool. And the other question I had is it online only, or is there split screen play?
So we'll talk about this later a little bit, but the experience is meant to be an online experience, so you can play with a friend whether they're across the world or not. So
very cool, very cool. And when's the game coming out?
It's coming out February 2013.
Thank you very much, Matt. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.